What is up, you butts? My name is Willie Muse, and, Aladdin can eat my ass. As like an insult, not as like an act of love. A lot of you might be wondering why I'm saying such controversial things about such a beloved character. And it's because it's time for Willie's controversial opinion corner.
It's Willie's controversial opinion corner.
I sure hope I can find the file of the song I played for the last one. I gotta get my life in order. Before we start, let me take off my glasses because I'm getting a lot of glare on them. And then from there, let's begin by saying that Aladdin is a horrible slave master. Seriously, he's like a horrible slave master. I'm jumping ahead here though, because first we should talk about why he's kind of a creep. And that kind of has to do with the fact that the whole movie is predicated on him just really wanting to fuck Jasmine in a way that's like not even super justified outside of the fact that Jasmine is really, really hot. Like, she tries to save his life at one point, but like they don't really interact that much. He just kind of like sees that she's a hot princess and he's like, I want to be with that lady. So then he goes and tries to retrieve the lamp from Jafar and gets trapped in that cave, and this is when he starts to show his true colors, because this is when he meets the genie and is an asshole to him. Like, let's not mince words with this one. The genie is a slave. He has been enslaved and put in a lamp and told that he has to do wishes for people against his will, and he even says that he just wants to be free. And upon hearing this, Aladdin says, maybe I'll set you free one day, but first I'm gonna exploit the fact that you're a slave for my own personal gain. Like, in the movie, Aladdin and the genie are supposed to be really good friends, and it's like, what friend would do that to you? Like, imagine if your friend was, like, I don't even know how to put, like, an analog. Imagine if your friend was a slave, and you were like, okay, just hang tight, be a slave for a little bit longer. I just saw this hot girl that I really want to fuck, so I'm gonna use your enslavement to benefit me so I can trick this hot girl into fucking me. That would be bad. Like, there's not even a like analog that I can think of for what that would be like, because there's nothing that bad that would actually happen. But the movie is like, oh, Aladdin's a good guy because he wants to free the genie eventually. But it's like, no. Free him now. Even if the genie and Aladdin weren't friends, you shouldn't see this person telling you, hey, I'm a magic slave, please set me free, and even think about it. Like, you should say, okay, I don't know you, but slavery's bad, I wish you were free. It's like very on the, like, if I were God, don't keep slaves would be very, very high up on my list of 10 commandments. I'm not even saying that you don't take all 3 wishes, just don't prolong it. Like, you should just be like, boom, $1 million, boom, lunch with Tilda Swinton, boom, you go free now. Instead, Aladdin keeps it up for the runtime of the entire movie, and he even tricks the genie to get him out of the cave and gets like a secret 4th wish, as opposed to just being like, hey, I have 3 wishes and I want to honor that system. So now, while we're at it, let's talk about what he uses those wishes for, because you'd think it would be something like, I don't know, fixing the system that left children starving around him that he is actually a victim of, but no, it's, hey, I want to fornicate with this woman who I barely know, and so I'm going to use my powers to be like this creep who tricks her into thinking I'm someone else so I can bang her, and then just straight up fly up to her window, pick her up out of her room, which I cannot stress how creepy it is, the fact that he goes up to her room at night and just is like, come with me. Like, that scene in a list of like how to protect yourself from like an attacker would be like textbook, just when someone flies up to your balcony at night, don't get on with them. And hey, if you're a normal person, don't fly up to someone's balcony at night when they might be trying to sleep or have not invited you up. So then he kidnaps Jasmine and takes her to the Parthenon or some shit, and the movie goes forward, and then basically there's some turmoil, but everything happens like it's supposed to. Aladdin and Jasmine fall in love, and Jafar gets like murdered or some shit, and then the genie is set free, and we're supposed to be happy for this guy who sort of tricked this woman into liking him and was a creep, and also did like the barest amount of kindness for his friend who helped him against his will trick this woman into liking him and creeping on her. He's all like, we're going to Disneyland, and I'm all like, this is not a happy ending to this movie if you think about it. Speaking of the end of the movie and having Jafar get trapped in a lamp, I say that that is not a happy ending, because I think that Aladdin is actually the bad guy of the movie and Jafar is actually the good guy. Because if you look at what Jafar wants to do, it's really just become the Sultan. And you'd think that that would be bad, but the actual Sultan sucks so much ass. Like, he is literally just playing with toys all day while his people are starving in the streets and his like military force is running amok. And meanwhile, Jafar is like a smart dude with ambitions who could probably help infrastructure if he were to become in charge. Like, I honestly think that, like, yeah, Jafar is not great, but, like, okay, I would say that Jafar and the Sultan in Aladdin kind of remind me of the dichotomy of, like, Hillary Clinton versus Donald Trump. Like, I think that Donald Trump is the Sultan, where you're like, ah ha 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 ha, like, he's so funny, and, like, he's such a goofball, and then everyone laughs, and then he gets all this power, and then all this bad stuff happens, and people are rioting in the streets, and things are bad, and meanwhile, Jafar, Hillary Clinton's over here being like, I'm a smart bitch with, like, ideas of how to fix stuff, but people are like, no, you're cold, I hate you, I don't want you, you're a villain, go in the lamp. Because we did actually trap Hillary in a lamp after the last election. I worry I might be rambling now, so I'm gonna cut it here. So yeah, bullet points. Aladdin is a horrible slave master, sex pervert. Jafar, kind of misunderstood, and the Sultan is probably a warlord who is living off of luxury and letting his servants starve in the street. So I hope that you liked me rambling about a 22-year-old movie, and I hope that if you disagree, you'll tell me why below, and I hope that you'll subscribe, because like I Said in all my last videos, I am losing subscribers, and if for some reason you found me in a way that is not already knowing who I am, then please subscribe and come back and validate my existence. See you later, guys!